What is going on, everybody? My name is Alec, and today we're going to be going over some of the important things to consider when you're applying to PA school this year. Some quick information before we start. So I am currently in my first semester of PA school. I know I haven't made a video in a while. I was working as an EMT for a little over a year, and I switched over to wound care after that. Been super busy with the whole application process, as some of you guys know. It's very time consuming, but I'm in a program now. It's a little crazy with COVID-19 stuff going on right now. We're staying healthy. I hope you guys are as well. I wanted to take this opportunity to hopefully help some of you guys with the process, because I know that I wouldn't be here without some of the resources online and other people helping me along the way. So please feel free to leave a comment down below with any questions, or feel free to message me directly. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. My first main piece of advice for you guys is to not rush your personal statement. I was recently talking to the admissions director at my program a couple weeks ago, and he was saying he notices so many stupid grammatical errors in a lot of the personal statements. And we were talking about how a lot of it might just be because of people rush the process, or they don't take enough time to actually read through it and look for those little punctuations, grammatical errors. Have multiple people look over it. I know for me that sometimes after you read it over, 20 times, it's really hard to catch some of those little errors. So having some outside eyes come in and help you out is super nice. The other main thing about just in general about the personal statement is you're really gonna wanna utilize this opportunity to display your passion for becoming a PA. I know when I applied last year, the prompt was very vague. It was something around the lines of, why do you wanna become a PA? So for me, I used that opportunity to talk about my journey with healthcare and how I became interested in it. And then I kind of delved into some specific patient interactions that I had that really swayed me towards physician assistant over nursing or some of the other career paths in health. My second main point for you guys is to really make sure that you read the school websites thoroughly. I'm kind of laughing a little bit because I definitely did not do this the first time I applied, and I ended up wasting some money on apps that I could not even apply to in the first place because I was missing one of their class requirements or hours or something around those lines. So you really want to make sure to read the school's websites very, very in depth. The other thing is, I know that with COVID-19, some stuff might change in the future, and a lot of those updates are going to be coming from the school's websites. My third main point for you guys is to really make sure that you're ready to apply to PA school. And what I mean by this is that you're not rushing the process. Speaking from personal experience, I definitely did that the first time I applied. I had about 1,005 hours when I applied my first time. Wouldn't recommend doing that. As many of you guys know, the minimum requirement for many schools is 1,000 hours. So I was barely over that number, and I don't think a lot of the schools liked that. Looking back, I really enjoyed that extra year. I was able to get more experience, as I mentioned, as an EMT and also doing wound care. So it just kind of diversified my profile a little bit. The other thing is I actually was able to shadow several other physician assistants. And so I got to see multiple specialties. Ultimately, it solidified my passion for going into healthcare, specifically becoming a physician assistant. My fourth main point for you guys is to make sure that you submit everything on CASPA at least a month before the deadline. The first time I applied, I barely made the cutoff for this because CASPA took a little bit longer to process my transcripts, and I just barely met some of the August 1st deadlines. So
get your shit together, get it all together and put it in a backpack, all your shit, so it's together.
Make sure that you, first of all, you look at when the school is due. Once you find that, try to at least submit everything a month prior to that date. Quick coffee break. My fifth main thing for you guys is to make sure that you're working on the app a little bit every day. I know I struggled with this initially, but I really tried to become disciplined. I would set alarms on my phone for about 45 minutes to an hour every day. I would block out that period of time where I would only work on my application. If you do that, it's gonna feel a lot less overwhelming than just sitting down and kind of just working on it for an endless amount of time. So make sure you guys block out those certain times in the day and chip away a little bit every single day. The sixth main point for you guys is to make sure that you provide a little bit of context for your experiences. Again, when I was speaking with the admissions director recently, he was saying that some students will just put, oh, I worked at this place, just very brief descriptions. The brief description is okay, but at least give them a little bit to work with. So maybe you could throw in what you learned from that experience, but a little bit more than just saying, oh, I worked at this primary care facility or I worked as an EMT. Really kind of delve in, especially with some of the more profound experiences for your healthcare experience. Make sure that you're giving them some of the responsibilities that you had and some of the daily things that you were doing to gain hands-on experience. The seventh main point, and to wrap up my advice for you guys for now, would be that anything that you put in your application, make sure that you're ready to discuss that during the application. The admissions people at the school are gonna look at every single aspect of your application from start to finish. And so if they call you out during something during the interview, make sure that you can at least, again, provide some context to that. Maybe have a story or two ready to discuss about, again, some of those main healthcare experiences. All right, guys, that's it for me for now. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I know this is gonna be a crazy stressful time for you guys, but keep going. Don't stop pursuing your goal of becoming a PA. It will be worth it, I can tell you. And I'm hoping to bring you guys some more content in the near future. I'm just crazy busy with school right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.